got John over here checking logs on Cody's car, and we got Keith over here checking tire pressures. We got both boys out here tonight.
of the feature. Just did a little bit with this different stagger. That's it. We got old Brandon back. Hey, Brandon.
Hi.
And you're just making some changes? Okay.
Checking stuff.
Just
Making sure everything's tight because, you know, on Thursday I decided I was going to race this weekend and decided Thursday I was going to race this weekend and yeah, it's been a fun 48 hours.
Oh, we're here?
Not really.
We're here.
that's why Cody's eyes are bloodshot, because he's gotten about 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
But we'll talk later about the changes and why it's been such a busy 48 hours.
Oh yeah.
So they've changed the Cody's feature lineup about 4 times now. I quit writing because I was just scribbling more than I was getting it written down right. But here are the feature lineups. So Tim is going to start on the outside front row of his feature, and Cody finished 4th in the heat. He did make redraw, but he redrew 12th. So he'll be starting 12th. Say that again.
I say that's the first time we came off the track with this car without having to touch the sheet metal. Now I think I jinxed us, probably. So we can just take that shoe right out of my frickin' mouth.
So you want to go take the quarter panels off?
Yeah, or suck them in a little bit, maybe.
So Cody, did you want to talk about the heat race?
Sure, let's go over here.
Look at the cool sky. Woo. Or not. Guess we can't videotape now. It's too loud.
Hopefully there's a yellow. You're good. So we started outside row 3, so 6th. And we actually really had a stacked heat race. Car was a lot better than the driver. And we spent way too much time following the guy in front of me. And then when I heard Brady, I went to the outside, and I don't think it was cleaned off enough up there yet, and I didn't go up there and look. And when I went up there, I either wasn't driving it right, or it wasn't cleaned off enough. I didn't feel like getting past again because I got people on the inside of me, and I saw them, and so I went back down to the bottom, and I thought, well, I just have to follow this guy around. Well, then Brady went around me on the outside, and I figured I had to go, and I made a mistake, and I need to apologize to Cole Night Shifts for cutting him off. I honestly thought I had him cleared, but I watched the video after the heat. I didn't. So I'm sorry about that if you ever watch this video, Cole, but yeah, we didn't really do anything to the car, just left it alone. It's a different motor than we've had, so it's kind of a learning experience, and I guess we start 12th in the feature, so we can only go forward, right?
Right. So yeah, this is a completely new, different motor tonight in the car than you've been running so far this year.
Yeah, I'm going to touch base on that too, because so about halfway through the week, I decided I wasn't going to race because, one, I needed a new radiator, and everyone's 2 to 3 weeks out on radiators, and unless you want to just order, one that's stocked on the shelf, and we run our stuff a little different than everyone else. And so I found out about Thursday morning that there's a radiator place just down from the place I work at, and they could have my radiator done by, I don't know, it was like Friday morning or something like that. And so I thought, okay, well, we're going to race. Well, then we came up with this idea of getting this other motor here, and let's just say it's been a very long 48 hours, and I couldn't do it without really Keith, Brandon, John, Dad, Mom, and Amber, just putting up with everything. It's been a lot of sleepless nights, let's just say. It's been less than 3 hours every night since Thursday, so
Yeah.
It's just little stuff like that where people don't understand. Like, you know, people say races are won in the shop, but they look at it at a different aspect. I mean, I work a full-time job. So I work a full-time job on top of all this stuff, and so I work a full-time job, and Thursday I didn't even come home and eat dinner. I think Keith and I were at the shop until 3:45. Went to work at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. So did it all over again on Thursday night, and here we are, get some nice sleep. So all I'm really hoping for is keep the cars in one piece so you don't have a lot of work to do this week.
And a top 5.
Well, yeah, if you can get a top 5, that'd be great. Dad started out better than me, won his heat race, so starts second. I hope he wins, but I wish I was able to be down there with him because we all have a hand in this fire.
Yeah, so it's Tim's first night behind the wheel after they've changed the rack and pinion. So now we have a slower rack and pinion, which is
Right.
making it easier for him to steer now.
Yeah, because, you know, he's not used to quick things. But
Yeah. And so Tim is getting ready to go out for his feature.
Right there. You know how much shit we had? I didn't know the video lady was here.
The video lady's
The
here.
video lady's here.
So, good luck.
Yep, we'll see ya.
that we're in the heat of the moment. You just finished. You started 12th. You got 6th. Should have been a top 5.
If I have, you should have got a top 3.
Should have got a top 3. Yeah. Just some not good restarts a couple times. And then the last 2 laps there.
I screwed up. There's no way around it. I'm not making excuses. I should have went to the top. I mean, I was very aggressive on that last start when I saw that there wasn't, AOT wasn't there. But that was really the difference between the top 5 and 6. So it's very disappointing to have all these hours in, and I guess one tore up race car, and that wasn't really our fault, but this one, like, we got some work to do. I think I could have been a little looser from the top. It was an absolute animal.
Yeah.
But I was too loose to run the middle. Brent, you want to check stagger quick? Myself.
Yeah. Some mental mistakes because you're racing with really, really, really tough competition.
I'm not, again, I don't want to sit here and make mistakes or make excuses. We got going really late in the year. It's already July. Normally at this time in July we would have 15 shows under our belt. This is our 5th night, and in order to be very good on the top side of Cedar Lake, you have to be aggressive and manhandle the car. And I'm not saying I'm weak or anything, but I might be a little bit out of shape. And we're close. We're not there yet, but we're close. And I think there's a 3-day weekend coming up next weekend, I think, or maybe in 2 weeks. And the more racing we can do, the better off we're going to be. I mean, it's really hard when you don't race.
Yeah, you feel behind the 8 ball because you're just that much.
Yeah, look at this. I'm sweating. It's all over the...
Yeah, by this time in the season, normally, like you said, you've had so many shows, and it's the middle of the season. You've kind of got your car dialed in, and you know what to do. But because of it being a new car, well, and this is the first look at this now up close after Tim getting spun and sent to the wall. As you can see, doesn't look very good again, and I'm sure he's completely disgusted, but we'll talk to him a little bit later. Oh man. Yeah, and again, this is the 3rd night in a row, not his fault, not his doing.
I woke